Hello YouTube. Now, I feel like I really need to say this because my last movie reaction got taken down and was hit with a strike. Hopefully in a few days that video will be reinstated. We'll see what happens with that. But for today's video, I just want to say no copyright infringement is intended in this video. I am purely providing my commentary and reaction to the movie, and I have edited the video in such a reaction and commentary movie reaction style that so many have done already on YouTube. So please, YouTube, don't destroy me. Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to another video. And today we have a movie reaction. Now let me just ask you for a second, what makes you feel a huge level amount of nostalgia? You know, you might hear like a song or see a movie clip and you're like,
whoa, this takes me back to my childhood.
I remember when I used to enjoy this as a kid. Whoa. Well, today I'm going to be revisiting my childhood and just getting hit with a wave of nostalgia. And so with that being said, today we have a movie reaction / commentary to Spider-Man 2, directed by Sam Raimi, starring Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. Now, before we get started, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. I'd really appreciate that. I think for us comic book movie loving fans or superhero movie loving fans, there's always a movie that we saw when we were kids, and that's what got us into this whole mess that we're in now. For me personally, it was the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. When I saw the first Spider-Man movie, I was blown away by it. I was obsessed with Spider-Man as a kid. Then the second one was, oh, so great. The third one, we won't talk about that. But this trilogy was what kicked off my love for, superheroes and these movies and all of that. And it's just so nice now to revisit these films. So it has been a few years since I sat down and watched one of these films just all the way through and then really enjoyed it and really took it in. And because of all the news we have received about Spider-Man No Way Home, with, Alfred Molina pretty much confirming that he's in that movie and that he's going to be playing Doc Ock again, and there's a potential multiverse thing happening and Tobey Maguire is potentially in that movie. And Sam Raimi might have something to do with that movie because he is directing Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So he potentially maybe has some influence. So with all of those news, I thought we would revisit potentially what is the best Spider-Man movie. So today we're doing a movie commentary for Spider-Man 2. So yeah, I think that's enough of me talking. I will be doing an outro and a little review there at the end. But yeah, let's get to the reaction. Again, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. And yeah. Take it away, reaction me. Oh, the music. The music. This music, and just this intro in general, brings back so much nostalgia. Yes! Yeah, we're watching a 2.1 version. Apparently it's like an extended version. It's only like 6 minutes extended, so I was like, sure, why not? I'll check it out. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. A part of why I'm rewatching this movie also is because some pretty big news have come out over the past couple of days. Alfred Molina has officially come out and talked about Spider-Man 3 No Way Home, and he has said that his Doc Ock story picks up right after where this movie ended with Doc Ock. So I guess that kind of got me in the mood. I was like, I want to rewatch Spider-Man 2.
Deep dish pizzas. Yeah, both flat
I told you, I don't understand that language. Why don't you speak English?
New Yorkers. I love New York, and their people are so chaotic, and I love it. Gotta go. Oh man, he stole that guy's pizzas. Classic. Classic. Kids always got to be running in the streets.
See ya.
I love his suit. The original Spider-Man suit, the Tobey Maguire one, it's really good. I hope it does make a comeback in Spider-Man 3. I'm loving the constant little things just never going right for Peter in this movie. And it starts like right here with the pizza delivery. Even struggling with the brooms in the janitor closet, like you can already feel the pressure and just things not working out. Can you even do that? I don't think I've ever ordered pizza and just been like, you're late, not paying for that. Can you even do that?
You're fired. Parker, hello. You're fired.
Why?
Dog's catching free.
That cut. That cut was great.
Mr. Jameson.
How did he...
Sticks. Robbie,
Is nobody not wondering how is he doing that? Because as a photographer, it's like, how would he even get that shot?
that's outrageous.
Done.
Done. Give this to the girl.
J.K. Simmons is fantastic in this role.
Peter, your grades have been steadily declining. You're late for class. You always appear exhausted.
It's tough for Peter.
Planning is not a major at this university.
It's 2021. Anything can be a major. Apparently, Spider-Man 4 was supposed to focus on the Lizard and, you know, Professor Connor. He was going to be the Lizard, the villain. Such a shame that we never got Spider-Man 4, man. I always wonder what could have been.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh,
How's the bug these days?
come on, Harry. It's the guy's birthday. Don't make this about you.
I'm worried about you. You're so alone. And I saw the letter from the bank. Oh my.
Well, Peter, this is where she's having financial issues and you're afraid that she's alone. You don't move out into the city, further into the city. You stay home and you travel to school, because school can't even be that far. You live in New York City. Everything's like right there.
And don't you dare leave it here.
I think out of the
I'm
three
sorry.
Aunt Mays, she's probably the best one that we have had so far, you know? Just as a character. I mean, Marissa Tomei's... It's like a different good of Aunt May. You know, but like, she's just a very nice woman here.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
It's not really the best line right there. Oh boy, yeah. We're flirting right now. Oh boy.
I'm seeing somebody
Moral
now.
compass. Oh, you can't.
Oh. Therapy.
No.
She showed up to this guy's birthday party, flirted with him, touched his face and everything, almost kissed him, and it was like, I have a boyfriend, by the way, so go fuck yourself, Peter.
Mr. Osborne's here.
Nobel Prize, Otto.
Here
Nobel
he is,
Prize.
Alfred Molino.
It's not
Doc
about the
Ock.
prizes, Harry. You have to work hard. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift.
Ugh, what a line.
You use it for the good of mankind. Rosie, our new friend thinks I'm gonna blow up the city.
The thing about this is, like, if you're gonna do something like this, like maybe do it outside the city. I mean, obviously he has to be, you know, the cause of this.
On the radio. Did Beethoven sleep before he wrote the Fifth?
Did Bernoulli sleep before he found the curves of quickest descent?
Oh, Rosie, I love this boy.
Rewatching this movie and just watching Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, like those nerdy scenes, like where he's spitting down some science with another scientist and he's just showing his smarts. Tobey Maguire is doing a very good job here. I don't think I've gotten that from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or even Tom Holland's Spider-Man yet. I don't think I've gotten that from Tom Holland's Spider-Man, you know, dropping some science and showing his actual knowledge. It's the little things of the world beating him down. Stunt! Nice. I don't know how the cop cars didn't run him over completely. Growing up on these Spider-Man movies and not living in America, I thought this kind of thing happened in New York City and America like all the time. I thought these police chases and all of this happens in New York City literally every day. It's a cool shot.
Web.
Woo!
Way to go!
Split cats. Was that the smartest thing to do, to take off your mask right there after you just stole the car from the criminals? Apparently this guy
You might wanna...
is going to be in Doctor Strange 2 as well. He's in every single Sam Raimi movie. Like, him and Sam Raimi work together a lot. He's in all 3 Spider-Man movies, playing 3 different background characters.
A Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
She's killing it. The willpower of Peter Parker staying extremely humble while the whole New York City is just wanking off Spider-Man because they love him so much, and he's like the symbol of New York City. And Peter Parker is like, I'm just gonna stay as a college student. I'm not famous. Everybody else can love me. Yes! I can do that. Sick. Uh-oh. 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 We're going down. I don't know what it is about them. And I know they're early 2000, sequences, flying sequences. So you can probably see, the CGI and whatever. But there's something about the way Sam Raimi did these flying sequences, or him swinging through the city, that is just so different to anything else. Like, every single time, I think he focuses a lot on close-ups of Spider-Man, like, flying towards the camera, or swinging towards the camera. And you see, like, the sky behind him, or the skyline of the city. And you kind of get the sense of how high up he is, and it always gives me that feeling a little bit of, like, oh, he's super high up right now.
The image you have is fantastic. It's really put together. The costume, this thing, I mean, it's really put together. It's great. Can I come up with a couple ideas for you? Just what my company would do? Let's see what I got. How about
this is one of the
children's
extended
book.
scenes.
You could have like Charlotte's Web, but without the pig. Men's cologne called Thwip.
I don't know if anything that I just said about the swinging sequences made any sense at all, but if you want to just go take a look at all the 3 different movies, the swinging sequences that we have, and you'll see there's a difference between the way they're made. They just all give me kind of a different feeling.
I'm Spider-Man. Weird, huh? Now you know why I can't be with you. If my enemies found out about you.
She gets kidnapped in every movie anyways. Who cares? Identity or no identity. I wonder if on some level, like, that helped him. Even if she wasn't on the other line, just say that out loud kind of helped him.
And magnetism.
What's really cool about these is, like, I think I heard that they were practical, like they were on set the whole time and stuff. So, like, I hope that they're practical in the MCU as well when he returns. It's just a different feeling. We just talked about how the MCU loves CGI and everything. Look how cool that is. I feel like we're not far from, like, Elon Musk creating this.
The power of the sun.
What a great shot.
In the palm of my hand.
We have a containment breach!
You got your life saved, Harry.
This doesn't change anything.
What a great shot. Just like that. Pull the plug, Peter! I remember this thing used to, like, scare me when I was a kid. If you don't know Sam Raimi's background, Sam Raimi, who directed this movie, if you don't know his background, he used to direct horror movies, or that's where he comes from. So this is like a horror themed scene right here. Woo. This film is such a cheesy early 2000s horror way, but it, like, totally works. Oh god. Oh god. Ah, the nails, the nails, the nails, the nails, the nails.
What are we gonna call this guy?
Dr. Octopus.
That's crap.
Science Squid?
Crap.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty
Name
good.
drop.
But it's taken.
It's taken.
Wait, I got it. Dr. Octopus.
All the way.
I like it.
Of course you do.
Just said it. Doctor Strange, though, all the way back in 2004, Sam Raimi predicted this, that he will be directing the sequel to Doctor Strange 2. You serious?
You serious? Thank you for what? Standing there?
Uh-oh. What is it?
The inhibitor chip.
Chip's gone. Uh-oh.
Gone.
The AI is taking over. There's like a real pattern with these 3 Spider-Man movies of, like, the villain talking to himself. In the first movie, the Green Goblin was doing the exact same thing, right? He had 2 personalities. In this one, he has the same thing.
My Uncle Ben's
Hey,
life
that's
insurance.
Jeff Winger from
But
Community.
just not-
Out of all the banks, what are the probabilities of that happening? Out of all the banks, this was gonna happen here. Uh-oh. Smooth, Peter. Guess who's here? Ah, you gotta crush his head? That's not cool. Come on, Doc. Nice. I mean, I get the arms, right? But Doc Ock he's just a guy, right? Just a guy. So him going through the window into the car, that should have killed him.
You're over. Of course. Easy now.
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Bro, she's like 80, bro. She's gonna die of a heart attack flying up that high. Stanley, may he rest in peace. Just foreshadowing what's to come.
Come on.
Yeah, get in there. Oh, what a hit.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Oh, have I been wrong about you?
We sure showed him.
What do you mean, we?
Look at these swinging sequences, man. Woo. Nope. Just life just beating him down. Can't get a single break. Yeah, Peter. She's dating a famous astronaut, you dick. What do you have to offer? I mean, you are Spider-Man, but she doesn't know that. But he's an he played football on the moon, Peter, so go fuck yourself. Maybe?
I've been reading poetry lately,
Whatever that means.
day by day.
She's just like, Peter, I don't even know you anymore. And all of a sudden he's like, I've been reading poetry lately. And she's like, what? Peter, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? This is not what, we're not talking about poetry. What are you doing? Nope. People are kind of selfish in this movie when it comes to Peter Parker. It goes back to that thing of like, you never know what people are going through, right? So MJ sitting there and berating him, being like, you can't show up to my 8 o'clock show?
Right.
Oof.
Huh? Isn't that right? Huh, brother?
Come on, you guys are best friends. That's not cool.
Mary
Here
Jane
is the
Watson
dagger in the heart.
just agreed
Like,
to
people
marry
are just putting the knife into him, and it's in the heart. Just beating him down, bro. It's incredible. Your best friend just yelled at you, punched, slapped you a few times, and then not even a second passes, and they just announced that the love of your life got married. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going down. We're going down. This is an extended cutscene. This is what 2.1 is. And I don't know how I feel about this scene being here because I remember the whole sequence in the original, the theatrical version is at least, he goes through like a whole experience of losing his powers here, and it actually means something. Yeah, that scene felt like out of place. Even this scene, what's happening
Well,
here?
you might congratulate me.
Congratulations.
I see why these scenes were cut out of the movie.
My diagnosis? It's up here.
I'm Spider-Man, but I'm losing my powers. I'm climbing a wall, but I keep falling.
Oh. So you're Spider-Man?
In my dream.
Gonna make you mad not to know who you are. Your soul disappears. Nothing as bad as uncertainty. I need some strong focus on what I want. And I have to find out who won't let me have it. And why? Maybe you're not supposed to be Spider-Man climbing those walls. That's why you keep falling.
You know, as a kid, as a kid watching this movie, I would watch movies kind of blind. and be like, yeah, Spider-Man, action. And just never really understood why he lost his powers, but as an adult, you know, watching these over the past couple of years, I've realized that, yeah, it's all mental for him.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Sorry, Uncle Ben.
I'm just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man. No more.
And just everything, life's just beating him down. He's got to find a focus somewhere. Can't be doing everything. Spider-Man, classes, MJ. Gotta center your life at something. Can't be trying to do everything. As much as I love Spider-Man action, and clearly this is, you know, obviously this is a superhero movie and we all want action, this is a great character study and arc for Peter Parker. It's really focused on Peter and who he is as a character. And the Spider-Man action kind of comes second, and I think that's what makes this movie really great. Freeze frame. Just that freeze frame on his smile. For the first time in this movie, he seems happy and fulfilled.
I do my homework now.
Got homework? I got a husband who's an ass. You got homework? Ew.
You never got on. You can't get off if you don't get on, Peter.
I don't think it's that simple.
There is a lot of sexual talk right now. Get on and get off, you know. This guy realizes that it's a bad idea that Spider-Man has given up. This is one of the deleted scenes that I've seen on the internet.
Owed me to the library, but I never went in.
I don't study.
What do you
I
mean?
went to go wrestle.
I went someplace else. Thief was running towards me. I could have stopped him, but I wanted revenge. Uncle Ben was killed that night for being the only one who did the right thing.
Tough scene. What is Aunt May thinking through all of this? Because, yeah, she has been blaming herself. Ugh. She's probably looking at Peter right now, dude. We took you in when you had no parents, and this is the way you repay us. But Peter did the right thing, because she did blame herself throughout the whole movie.
We think there's a kid stuck on the second floor. Where you going?
I also, just like the car scene, you know, I always thought that crimes happen in America and New York City. I also thought that building fires were a big thing in New York City. Aw, look at the little kid helping him. That's adorable. That is adorable. Irresponsible parents. He has now officially picked that he's gonna live his own life without Spider-Man, but the Spider-Man, the responsibility of it is just coming right back up, and he's like, bro, like, which one do I pick? Which one can I be?
I love you, Peter.
Oh. Aunt May's
very,
just
very
such a nice old lady, man. Are we missing some Ben Parker stories in the MCU Spider-Man? We haven't really talked about him or touched upon his story.
Kids like Henry need a hero.
Look at the way she's like
Courageous,
looking at him and
self-sacrificing
talking to him,
Setting examples for all of us.
and the things that she's saying to him.
Everybody loves a hero. People line up for.
Aunt May definitely knows that he is Spider-Man.
I believe there's a hero in all of us.
She knows. She
keeps
knows
us
that he's
honest.
Spider-Man. Tough situation, like she just said, you know. Giving up your dreams and being the one who gives people hope. But it again goes back to that theme of like, do you want to live life for yourself? I mean, he's gonna become Spider-Man and be a symbol for so many. But like, what about Peter Parker? What about his life, you know?
Focus on what I want.
Nope.
My back. My back.
And the alarm.
Do you love me or not?
Don't.
Oh, Peter! Spidey sense. dope.
I want you to find your friend, Spider-Man. Tell him to meet me at the West Side Tower at 3 o'clock.
That would have also killed him. Doc Ock has no idea that he's Spider-Man. Ah, when I was a kid, this used to get me so hyped.
Spider-Man was a hero. I just couldn't see it. He was
The menace.
a thief! A criminal! He stole my suit!
He's back! Woo! I can't help but yell woo every single time he does something, because he does that all the time when he's swinging. Let's go. Now we're leading into one of the best action sequences in comic book movie history. This was made in 2004. Throw it back at him. Catch that. Woo! Awesome. Ho, ho. Showcase of Spider-Man's agility here. Woo! The sideways. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. Look at the choreography on that. Now he's like on the road, off the train. Now he's got to catch up with the train. Yes. The way this is filmed, man. Camera going all types of different ways. Oh shit. This is an extended version of this fight. I don't remember him actually getting hit by a train. You could tell the CGI is a bit outdated, but who cares? This is wonderful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. That's gonna do a number on your knees. Here's a scene that we have recreated in other Spider-Man projects. Yes! Side to side, side to side. Hold it, Peter. Let's go again. Side to side, side to side. Come on. What an iconic scene. This scene is so iconic, but Tobey Maguire just making a poop face the whole time. Oh, this was so epic watching it for the first time when I was a kid, man. Nice. Nice. They always try to make, like, New York City, like, the people of New York, like, a whole character in these movies. I love this scene of, like, I mean, Spider-Man is the iconic hero of New York City, so them carrying like Jesus makes sense. Also, all of their reaction right here to seeing him.
He's just a kid.
This is awesome.
We won't tell nobody.
In modern day, this would never work. Oof.
He's mine!
Hey, look, it's Joey Diaz.
You want to get to him, you gotta go through me.
Me too.
New York City. Good attempt. Solid effort, New York. You tried.
First we'll see who's behind the mask. I can look into your eyes as you die.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nice. Time to talk, Harry.
Peter, you killed my father.
No.
There are bigger things happening here.
See, Peter's just saying the wrong things here. It's so easy to explain this as. I didn't kill your father, he died to his own glider. Oh, hey, Spidey, I just noticed you. Whoa. Get back over here. It was a valiant effort, MJ. Valiant effort. sweet.
Now what?
Peter Parker.
Lazy but brilliant.
Brilliant but lazy.
God damn it, I messed up the line.
These things have turned you into something you're not. Don't listen to them.
Come on, Doc Ock.
To do what's right, we have to be steady.
And give
And
up.
give up the thing we want the most.
Everybody learned that lesson today.
Listen to me now.
Finally. Watching this back in the day, this was like a really big moment. Like, finally she knows. Ah!
Hi. This is really heavy.
Will him returning in No Way Home ruin his character arc from this movie? Who knows? To me, it's like, it depends what context. We don't know how he comes back, why he comes back. The actor who plays Doc Ock has dropped us a little spoiler this week. He did tell us that, you know, his story in No Way Home starts off right there in the river, where this one ends. And they will be using de-aging technology, so is this a portal? Is he on his way to No Way Home? Who knows?
I think I always knew. All this time.
Oh, shut up, MJ. You just berated him about not coming to your 8 o'clock show. You were never understanding, MJ.
Always be Spider-Man.
Yes, Toby.
You and I can never be.
Yes, Toby. Tobey Maguire will always be Spider-Man, even in December of 2021. I love that sassy look back. Here's a setup for Spider-Man 3. What could have been. Or, well, what was. Or what happened. Whatever. This is a great setup for his character, for Harry, for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 has a bunch of its own problems. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Spider-Man 2. Oh, Harry's wearing a green bow tie. MJ's the real villain of this all. You know, I don't really hate this guy. This guy was, like, in love with her, right? And whatever. And they paid probably so much money to have this wedding actually happen. And this all could have been saved if she just, like, didn't forcefully get married to this guy. You know what, MJ? Screw you. You're the villain of this. Just wasting people's time. Yes, Peter! Big dub. Big victory.
Go get him, Tiger.
Ah, she dropped the line. They're pulling up to his apartment right now to arrest MJ for robbing that family of all that money from the wedding. One last woo! I'm sounding like Ric Flair at this point. I just have a smile on my face. Just so much nostalgia. We always gotta clap at the end. Alright, outro me. Take it away. This really is the best Spider-Man movie there is, right? I don't know. Just after watching this one and rewatching it kind of while I'm editing it at the same time, I'm just realizing that, yeah, this is the best Spider-Man movie that we have received so far. You know, the Andrew Garfield movies were okay. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the first one better than his second one. The Tom Holland ones are okay. They're not okay. They're actually pretty good, but they're good on a different level. But this movie is just so freaking amazing. It's fantastic. It's great cinema in general. There's just different levels to what Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies are doing and to what this one provided for us way back then. First of all, let's get this right out of the way. I've already said this in the reaction. What I really appreciate about this movie is that Spider-Man and the action always feels like they come second. This movie really focuses on Peter Parker and his life, and his split life of dealing with being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker, you know, the college student who cares about MJ for some reason, even though MJ is the worst. I'm sorry, the older that I get and the more I rewatch these movies, the more I realize that MJ is just the worst in these movies. She really is. But anyways, yeah, so there's Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, who has a whole different life, and he's trying to balance it all. And again, I kept on saying this during the reaction, what I really love is that the world is just kind of crushing him slowly. There's all these kind of different metaphors and symbolisms with just nothing going right for Peter. That scene at the gala, or not the gala, you know, where they saluted the astronaut, J. Jonah Jameson's son, whatever, when Peter was photographing that whole event. Everything went wrong for him in that event. The lens cap was on the camera. He couldn't take a picture correctly. He couldn't get a drink. He couldn't get a snack. Harry just kept slapping him, and MJ announced that she's getting married. That scene, or that whole sequence in that gala, I'm just going to call it a gala, the high society meeting or whatever party. That whole scene basically summarizes the movie. It's just the world crushing Peter. It's very funny, but at the same time, the more you sit back and look at it, the more you realize, yeah, what the filmmakers are doing here is really showing you that just nothing is going right for this guy. And then right there that night, he goes to go be Spider-Man. The thing doesn't work. He falls down, and then that's the last time he fell down. He was like, I don't need the Spider-Man thing anymore. Like, I just can't do it anymore. And yeah, in this movie, Spider-Man does lose his powers. And like I said in the reaction, when I was a kid, I never really truly understood what made him lose his powers. I always felt like as a kid, I needed like a physical thing. You know, when superheroes lose their powers sometimes in movies, like they get hit with like a thing or something. Like the X-Men, they get hit with like the special medicine that like cures their powers. I don't know, as a kid, I always felt like I needed something like that, and I never really understood what made him lose his powers. But now, you know, rewatching it more times as an adult and really realizing what makes him lose his powers is just the mental aspect of it, of just he can't do it anymore. Like, he's got to focus on something else. He's not really focusing on the Spider-Man thing, so everything's just falling apart. I love that. And I love how this movie is just basically a character study on Peter Parker. The Spider-Man action is fantastic. We'll get to that in a second. But this movie is really focusing on developing Peter Parker further from the first movie. In the first movie, he gets his powers. He becomes Spider-Man. He does some new Spider-Man things, like he's new to the role. But in this one, he's been Spider-Man for a while, and it's really taking a toll on his life, and he's learning how to balance all of it. So I love that. I think this is a great character study on Peter Parker. Let's talk about the Spider-Man action. The Spider-Man action is few and between in this movie, but when it's on screen, it is gorgeous. It is amazing. Some of the CGI, you won't even notice that this movie came out in 2004. I think most of the CGI holds up very well. There's a few shots here and there. If you really look, you're like, okay, I see it. But that train sequence, that train fight scene, oh my god, amazing. Sam Raimi did such a great job directing in this movie because there's just a lot of great shots, a lot of great camera movements, especially on that train sequence. The camera is like flipping all kinds of different ways to focus on the characters. And yeah, I just thought the direction was beautiful, and this movie shot amazing. Listen, I'm not here to start this whole debate of who's the better Spider-Man, right? Toby, Tom, or Andrew. I'm not gonna weigh in on that, but I want you guys to weigh in on the comments. Let me know down in the comments which Spider-Man you prefer. But what I want to really ask and talk about is Spider-Man 2 from 2004 the best Spider-Man movie that we have received so far? Because honestly, after rewatching this film and really understanding what it's about, and just watching it and just really appreciating how good it looks, I really feel like it is the best Spider-Man movie that we have received so far. And that's no shade on the other Spider-Man movies. I really enjoy the Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man movies, and I did enjoy the first Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. The second one was okay at best, let's be honest. But Spider-Man 2 is probably the best Spider-Man movie we have received so far. Listen, I know there's a lot of young kids nowadays who are growing up with Tom Holland Spider-Man, the MCU Spider-Man, but what I would recommend to you is definitely go check out Spider-Man 2 and just see what the past was like. because this is definitely the best Spider-Man movie we have received so far. You know, the next one that come after it, they're all good, they're entertaining, but this one is on a whole new level, and I'm pretty sure this movie was nominated for a few Oscars when it came out. That's how good it was as a superhero film. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments who's your favorite Spider-Man, what's your favorite Spider-Man movie, and let me know if you want me to do other movie reactions to maybe other Spider-Man movies or what other movie. You know, leave all of that down in the comments. What reactions you want to see me do? Who's your favorite Spider-Man, and what's your favorite Spider-Man movie? I know that's a lot to leave, but I love having discussions with you guys down in the comments about all this stuff. So yeah, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hopefully it's staying up so far. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.